It takes courage, passion, love, and determination to collect a master's life story and build it into a 75-minute visual work of art. There is no one better qualified to embrace the project than Lonnie Senstock. He's all of these cherished qualities rolled into one big heart. Lonnie shares a piece of himself tonight and reminds us to live by Lew's words, never give up and ride on.
What's the biggest sin that a writer can do? And they all had to come, and they all came back to him in chorus to be dull. The worst thing you can do is be dull as a writer. It's true.
Oh, say the fall of the raindrops with 10,000 gumdrops. Now, wouldn't that be sweet? Oh, say the fall of the snowflakes with 10,000 milkshakes. Now, wouldn't that be neat? But when the sky falls, there's nothing at all sweet. And then you just crawl. You can't find your own feet. And there's nothing to eat. There's nothing to eat.
Here we go.
Nothing to eat. But candy. Oh, save every teardrop was stopped by the sweet shop to play hide and seek. Oh, save.
Yes, he's retiring again. And this is the opening night of Once in a Lew Moon. I'm really honored that Lew called me and asked me, before quickly handing the phone over to Pamela, to introduce this documentary. It's a long time coming. If you need any further evidence when you watch the film, see if you can actually recognize me. The making of Once in a Lew Moon is not quite as long as Lew's career, but it probably feels that way to Lonnie, Chance, and Brett, and the rest of those good folk. Lots changed since the documentary commenced, and even more since Lew arrived here. Lew, what year was that? 1979 or so? 1979. You know, if you looked at, there was no Hall of Fame out there with posters. The men's room down the hall, the urinal had no barrier between the two of them, which made it very awkward when you were, Lew would suddenly push his way in right next to you. Amazon meant very dangerous, unattainable women we could only write about, and not a company where we could sell our specs screenplays to. Specs meant our parents' bifocals. We watched the boob tube back then, not YouTube. All the trades meant all the blue-collar jobs we were desperately trying to avoid. And there was no entertainment industry activist movement, hashtag Lew Hunter so white. I mean, look at him. Fortunately, someone was there to help guide us on our way to achieving our dreams of becoming professional writers. his very famous writers' block parties that he and Pamela hosted every month for years and years on Frederick Street. You know, all the writers here, you guys know it's the loneliest profession. But Lew, I mean, the only other time I met that many writers was picketing during the endless writer's strike. So it was nice to have it be in a positive environment. And for 37 years, he's been a father, mother, mentor, friend, cheerleader, and psychiatrist to a lot of us. If we were to scene card the story of Lew's life and career, it would take some heavy-duty plotting and a fat stack of index cards. He's worked at all three of what were then the only networks, ABC and CBS and NBC. He's written episodes of Batman, Combat, Bewitched. He's written award-winning TV movies like Desperate Wives and Fallen Angels, If Tomorrow Comes. He's adapted Willa Cather's My Antonia, Orpheus for Saul Zaentz, and James Dean, An American Legend for Orion. He founded the European Conservatory for Screenwriting at the Sorbonne in Paris. He's lectured all over the world. His best-selling book, Screenwriting 434, continues to fly off the shelves. He told me when he was a little boy that his mother said he wasn't put on this earth to take up space. So he came very close, apparently, to being a man of the cloth instead of a writer. And that was when a minister told him that becoming a writer would give him the biggest bully pulpit on earth. And that's what he became, a pastor, a rabbi, a grand mufti, and a wisdom-spouting Buddha. Baseball has Yogi Berra, and we have Lew Hunter.
Pamela told me that they actually pray in the morning before they get out of bed. If I slept with Lew Hunter, I'd pray before I get out. Don't fall for that folksy Nebraska thing. You're everything to me, my brother and my father and my mentor. And also my own teacher. I've learned so much from you. God bless you. This is just a wonderful occasion to see you here again.
Was that a bagpipe?
Well, I am of course, very honored to be here and for your second retirement. I am happy to report tonight that in the spirit of the writer's block, Mike Word is going to open his home.
I started with Richard Walter. This was The Gods of Mount Olympus. Screenwriting came down. Followed up with Lew's First Class, and then maybe Hal's first or second, somewhere in there. So over the years to look back on it and see, wow, what you had started there, and the feeling that you gave to the students, the full generosity, and what you would come up with in class that we could put into our scripts and use. It just astounded me, because here was a guy who came from the business. He was like a real life guy who worked in the business, and yet here he was, with us, generously giving his time and beyond, and the house and Pam and just everything. So I just want to reflect back, first class all the way.
Well, I'm going to say just one thing. I think the greatest gift one human being can give to another is a belief in their own potential. You are a master at doing that.
It's an honor to be here tonight. It's an honor to meet you and Pam. I've known about you two for many years. But I also want to, say something about Lonnie, because Lonnie and I are from the same town in Nebraska, which is DeWeese, Nebraska, a town of about 40 people. All right, so I'm really honored to be here and representing Lonnie also, because persistence. And if you do that, no matter what, you'll come out a winner. And it's just, Lonnie, it's just a great honor to be here with you. You did a great job.
So we went to New York City to celebrate his 80th birthday in Times Square, and we had a little celebration there with a birthday cake and a candle, and we're going to do it here for me. So if you could all help me sing happy birthday to our beloved cousin. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lorraine. Happy birthday to you.
Lew, you're my brother, and I love you very, very much. And you keep me on my toes. You keep me to be the kind of teacher that I must be to teach screenwriting. And I think you do that to all kinds of other teachers.
Lew is a very big personality, and I am not. So it was an interesting conversation because he just kind of took off, and it wasn't so much a conversation as much as, oh, we'd love to have you. You sound like a great guy, and we looked at your writing, and it's exceptional. It's exceptional, and I kept trying to get a word in, and then the next thing I know, I'm going to the colony.
That's the other thing. Lew is not afraid to show love. And he's just one big, happy, loving guy. And sometimes it's embarrassing because, hey, we're Hollywood cool, you know? And this Nebraska farm boy comes in and he just loves us. And he just is really outgoing about it. But it's so refreshing and it's so real.
Thank you very much for starting me on a path that's, been very beneficial for me in my life. I feel that was like the first important step that I took to becoming a working professional writer in Hollywood.
You were really a remarkable influence to a lot of students, and you should remember your days there with all of the accolades and credit that you deserve.
It's really another example to me to have these guys want to make a docu. It's like something like that. It's just beautiful. It's more love that Lew started. That we throw back at him, and he was just another example of guys doing it too. So Lew and Pamela all throw the love back. These guys are throwing the love back. We're just lucky to have been in your orbit and Pam's orbit. So thank you. Appreciate it. Kisses. How's the bird? I hope still alive.
I really feel that when you give up your human, self-centered will, the force will write through you. And if it's your path to be a writer, it'll happen. And same with music, same with acting. What's interesting is actors are never told, artists are never told not to paint the color red in a painting. But actors and writers are constantly critiqued about, you can't do that, you can't say that, but just go for it. Don't censor yourself.
Lew, thank you so much. I wouldn't be sitting in this classroom right now doing this interview if I hadn't ever met you and if you hadn't constantly encouraged me.
Lew, I just want to say, you not only taught me to become a better screenwriter, you taught me to become a better human being. Your kindness and your example of excellence and just about everything you do and how you interact with people was just something that I can't thank you enough for. It's an amazing gift. And you are a special person. You are a spiritual person having a human experience. And we are all better people because of it.
Lew and Pam, you two are really great people. And we're so proud of the fact that you support us in the Coast Connection and in all of your functions. Screenwriters and filmmakers from Nebraska to Hollywood are so grateful that you guys exist. So keep on keeping on. Right on, Lew Hunter.
So many writers who contributed significantly to the advancement of the art form. And I gotta say, on a personal level, you've made my life better and more enjoyable as well, so thanks.
Lew, obviously appreciate all the work you've done for us. As I say all the time, I wouldn't have a career without you standing in the backyard at a writer's block party where I met my first agent. And luckily enough, I'd been in your class and you taught me how to write a good enough script to fool the agent into representing me, and it went from there. But appreciate your guidance, your support, your love, your patience, and continued success.
Lew and Pamela, I'm just so glad that we were born at the same time and able to spend our lives together. And I guess for my second act, I'm just gonna have to get a guest house in Nebraska.
What I can say to Lew and Pamela is that every day of my life, I think I'm a better person because I met you two. You've been parents, godparents, grandparents, and at times a brother and sister to me. I just want to say thank you very much for nurturing me and fostering me with the belief that I can do it.
Lew has that kind of influence. His sphere of power is world known.
Everybody that writes all the big movies now has been taught by him. It's a long road being a writer. And, he tells that story about Oliver Stone, who wrote 20 full-length screenplays before he ever sold one. So there are literally hundreds of people who have taken classes from Lew, who've been influenced by Lew, who are the giants in the industry now. So, I don't know. What do you think? Everybody watches Los Angeles movies,
Exactly.
From America. Lew Hunter has changed the world. I'm really, really happy to know you, and I wish you great success and much love in your life.
So have you ever been mooned by Lew?
No.
Okay.
I've heard those stories, but it's apocryphal to me. I cannot believe any rabble-rousing stories about Lew. Until I see it.
All I can say about this documentary, Pamela, Lew, it's about time. Took a couple of Nebraska boys to get it done, but why not?
We're just so sick of you two. No, how much we love you. That's all.
I feel kind of left out, not having been mooned by Lew.
But just for the record, Richard blamed us for staying in town. That's our fault.
And you got your strap hanging in front of your lens. I don't know.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Did you see it? Could you see it the whole time?
Yeah,
You're gonna get it.
I know.
What's that little thing?
I heard Lew was out at the pool with Sunny Ray on his shoulder, and the lady who owned the pool really didn't like that bird in the pool, and finally kicked Lew out of the pool and said he could never come back.
And then one more thing. My truck's right out there. You got about a half hour? I got a whole room full of things for you to say.
It's a good story.
You really think so?
You don't think it is?
I don't think it is. You really want me to tell that story?
I mean, if you don't feel comfortable, that's fine. But I think it's a good story. It shows how free-spirited he is,
If somebody says I can't do something, well, I'll do it. God, don't tell me not to do something.
And they get to Lew Hunter. I have no idea what possessed him. To this day, I will never know what possessed him. He stood up on his chair when they said Lew Hunter, and he mooned the entire 400 people. And I'm telling you that I thought I was going to pass out. I did not think it was funny. I still do not think it's funny. Stop laughing, Lonnie. And I'm telling you, I was in shock.
I remember sitting there after he did that, just sitting there for a moment, looking at it like, that is weird, okay? Sorry.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. I'm sorry, okay. How's that? Okay.
I shouldn't have done that. When I go to my reward, I'm sure that just as the casket lid is being closed down, where somebody will hold it with one hand and the other hand have a script and say, I know you're busy, but here, on your way to wherever you're going, give me a script. I've had more people say, I know you're busy, but, and then they wind up giving me a script. And thank you, God, I learned how to speed read. I think in return for the world loving me, wanting the world to love me, I want to, and I do love the world. And I love my wife and my dogs, but even more than that, I just love the world.
that be sweet? Oh, save all of the snowflakes with 10,000.
I really didn't know what to think, but I will tell you, both Lew and Pamela, even though we've never met until today, this man was much bigger than I had ever thought that he was. I had no idea how far outreaching you were. It made it a unique experience for me because they kept saying, well, when are you going to meet Lew? And I said, I think we'll wait. I think when the time's right, I'll meet Lew because I'm enjoying the journey of just getting to know about this man. And I thought, if I don't know him and other people who've never seen it end up seeing a film about him, they're going to learn to have an incredible connection with this man who they've never met. And though we've never met, I really feel like I know Lew and Pamela a lot. I know they don't know me, but trust me, I know that I know stuff about them they don't want me to know, I'm sure.
Oh, save every teardrop was stopped by the sweet shop to play hide and seek. Oh, save every pipe dream with strawberry ice cream. Now wouldn't that be neat? But when the sky falls, there's nothing at all sweet. And then you just crawl. You can't find your own feet. And there's nothing to eat. There's nothing to eat. Nothing to eat. But candy. So say that all of the raindrops are 10,000 gumdrops. Now isn't that sweet? And when the sky falls, there's nothing at all sweet. And then you just crawl. You can't find your own